Hey loves, welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Emma. I am a skincare and makeup addict. Skincare is something I'm really passionate about. I try and learn and read and absorb as much skincare knowledge as I can. I feel it's really important that we invest time, effort and money into looking after our faces. After all, we've only got one face. Products are always evolving, techniques are always changing, and I want to know all of the things. A good while ago, I discovered the skincare expert, Caroline Hiron. She is incredible, so knowledgeable. She is an expert in her field. If there's anyone that knows anything about skincare, Caroline knows it. And she delivers her information and her knowledge with a real truthful, beautiful honesty. I can't say binge watching, what is wrong with me? I've been binge watching Caroline's content here on YouTube and on Instagram. She uploads IGTVs all of the time and she answers questions and she's just truly wonderful. And this wonderful lady released a book, Skincare by Caroline Hiron. This is the ultimate no-nonsense guide to skincare, and I am obsessed with this book. I've read it through twice already. I read it for the first time super quick, and the second time I even made notes. And I thought I was pretty much a fail. Like, I thought I was up to a pretty good standard when it came to skincare, what to use, what not to use, routines, the order of products. I thought I had it down, but I was wrong. And I have learned so much from this book. I highly recommend it. If you are an expert in skincare, you need this. If you're a newbie and just stepping your toe into the water of skincare, you need this. Basically, if you've got a face and skin, you need this. It's easy to understand, it's hilariously funny, and can you see I'm a fan? This isn't sponsored, obviously. I bought this with my own money and I wanted to make this just to rave about it really, and to say you need this in your life, but also to share with you some of the big takeaways that I've learned, things that I didn't know, things that I had no idea about, things that I've already implemented and changed with my own skincare routine. So with this video is basically my top 9 things that I have learned from Caroline Hiron's skincare. Firstly, I just wanted to say this book is huge. It's just such a big, beautiful, really attractive, pretty book. There's photos and diagrams and it's just a real skincare Bible. I've kind of translated some of these tips into my own words. So what I'm saying, these aren't Caroline's exact words. You need to read the book to get the full shebang. But these are just kind of my takeaways and how I've put it into my own words just to be able to kind of share it and verbalize it with you guys. Tip number 1 is that cleansing is the most important step of your skincare routine. We all know this already, and I'm not a fan of them, but we must never use makeup wipes ever. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that about me. I don't use them. The only time I use makeup wipes is to remove makeup swatches from the back of my hands or to clean with. They're not going on my face. I'm a big fan of double cleansing in the evening. I have done this for years. At night, I would take off my makeup with micellar water, and then I'd go in with a cleansing balm to really kind of treat and clean my skin. I've been using the Elemis Pro Collagen cleansing balms. They're beautiful. But here's the thing I wasn't doing. I wear SPF all year round, which is really important. The days that I wasn't wearing makeup, I was just doing a single cleanse. But basically, we need to double cleanse even if we haven't got makeup on and we've just got our SPF on. A lot of people think that they're allergic to SPF or it causes them to break out. But what it might be is that we're just not taking the time to remove it properly. I did get myself a new cleansing product to try, and this is with Pixi and Caroline Hiron. This is a double cleanse product. Like, how cool is that? It's got a solid cleansing oil, which you're going to use as your first step, and then a really beautiful cleansing cream as your second cleanse. And that is the thing with your double cleanse. You don't want to invest a great deal of money into both cleanses. Use a cheaper product for your first cleanse, an oil, a grease, something that's just going to break down any SPF, break down any makeup, and then go in with a more expensive product with your second cleanse that's going to cleanse the skin and treat it at the same time. I've treated myself to some new classic white flannels, what Caroline recommends. You can get these anywhere, like Amazon, wherever. Use one a day, so use it in the morning, you can use it again at night, and then you're going to wash it without fabric conditioner. The reason I got some new ones is because this is what I was using. I was using like a whole kind of mishmash of flannels and like my kids' leftover remnants of bath time from years of yonder. My face deserves a fresh, nice, clean white flannel rather than an LOL. Also, you're not going to wash your face in the shower. I don't do it because I like my shower roasting, and the water in your shower is just too hot for your delicate face. Tip number 2 that I've learned is about exfoliation. Now, I was a fan of like granular physical exfoliators, but Caroline actually prefers a more gentle approach with an acid toner. And when I started to read it and I started to hear Caroline talk about acid toners, it scared the actual living daylights out of me. It's like, an acid toner, that sounds absolutely terrifying. But it isn't. An acid toner is actually a really beautiful, gentle way to exfoliate your skin every single day. And the acid you use, the type of liquid exfoliator that you use, can depend on your skin type. So I've just bought this classic. This is the Glow Tonic by Pixi. This is 5% glycolic acid, which is an AHA. So that's going to gently exfoliate my skin every single day. If you've got more kind of acne problematic prone skin, then your acid toner could contain BHAs. This one's tiny. I got this to kind of try. This is by Paula's Choice. This is a 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. Basically, from what I understand, what an acid toner does is it actually lowers the pH of your skin, which wakes up your skin and kicks it into action. And that's what we want. We want a skin that just is doing things. And this is going to help it do things. Remember when I said these weren't Caroline's words? A little bit obvious now, huh? My third takeaway is about not completely drying your skin and using a hydrating spritz in between kind of steps of your skincare routine. There's an old wise tale of that kind of use a product, wash your face, and pat your skin dry, but actually we want our skin to be damp so that when we layer our products, it's going to lock and seal in that moisture and hydrate our skin. So you don't need to make sure your face is bone dry before you go in with your next step, which maybe is a serum. Or you can layer and go in with a hydrating spritz to add some much needed moisture. So I've grabbed the, as Caroline recommended, this is by Roche-Posay. This is the, I don't even know how to say it. This is the Ultra 8 hydrating facial spritz or mist. You want to go in with a spritz that contains some hydrating ingredients like glycerin or hyaluronic acid. So you're going to wash your face, maybe use your toner, and then you're going to spritz your face with a hydrating mist, and then whilst it's damp, you're going to go in with your next step. Oh, I love that. Tip number 4 that I learned is that with your skincare routine, the area that you want to invest the most amount of money on, where you want to spend most of your skincare bucks, is on your serums. So you want to invest the most on the kind of treatment active products in the middle. I got the kind of whole serum thing, but I also thought that, you know, like the more expensive the moisturizer, the better, which isn't always the case. And we want to treat our skin and invest in serums that are going to work for us. So in the day, I use a vitamin C serum, and at night I use a retinol, a vitamin A based serum. And the kind of serum that you're going to go for is totally dependent on what you want to treat, what you want to change, any problems that you have with your skin. The book is full of advice about that. But I found it really interesting that serums is where, if you're going to kind of spread out your money, that's where you want to invest the most. The 5th thing I learned is something that's blown my absolute tiny little pea brain, and it's something I have been doing wrong my whole entire life. I always did all of my skincare and then finished off and put my eye cream on last. Eye creams go first. You may know this already, but for me, I read that and was like, what? I'm 41 and now I find this out? This is why you need this book. Basically, eye creams are formulated for the eye area. The skin around our eye is much thinner than anywhere else. So the formulations, the thickness, the richness, sometimes of eye creams are very, very different from a rich, heavy, thick moisturizer. So if you're going in with your moisturizer, and inevitably you are going to get some, you know, around your eye area, unless you are looking in the mirror and you are super, super careful, which ain't nobody got time for that. But the chances are when you apply your face cream or a thick oil or a thicker serum or something like that, you're going to get some around your eye area. And then you're going to go with your lightweight, really beautiful formulated eye product. and put it over the top. But this has got absolutely no chance of working its way through any kind of thick moisturisers that may have got underneath your eye. So you're going to go in with your eye product first and then finish off with the rest of your skincare routine. For me, I actually put on my day serums, my vitamin C first before this, because my vitamin C is literally as thin as water and I do want a little bit of that around my eye area. So you kind of want to put them in, almost want to put them in on order of thickness. So for me, I am cheating a little bit. I do my cleanse, my tone, my spritz. Then I go with my serums because they're really, really thin and watery. Now I do my eye cream and then I finish off with moisturizer. I've yet to see if it makes a difference. I've only been doing it for like a week or so, but it makes sense. So I am confident that I will see a difference. The sixth thing I've learned is about your moisturizer. Like I said, you want to invest the most amount of money on your serums, your cleanser and your moisturizers are basically, in Caroline's words, the bookends of your skincare routine. Of course, you can buy a super expensive, super luxurious moisturizer, but the most beneficial part of your skincare routine is the serum. So you can afford, I don't think afford is the right word, is it? But you can spend less on a moisturizer and still have a really wonderful skincare routine. The other thing, and this is huge, and this was like a bit of I wanted to say mind-blowing and light bulb at the same time, so we had that. The other thing is that you want to pick your moisturiser according to your skin type and not your skin condition. Breakouts and spots does not necessarily mean that you have oily skin. Then if you choose products that are going to strip that oil away, kind of the dreaded mattifying products, you might find that it leads to redness and irritation. If you have got oily skin and you're struggling with it, then switch to a lightweight formulation, a gel formula, an oil-free formula, but you still want to be using a moisturiser to add back in hydration. The next one, number 7, is something that I was a bit like, I don't know, I felt a bit like, because I really, really, really love using face masks. However, if you are reaching for face masks and you are relying on face masks to treat any issues that you have with your skin, then what you actually need to do is just take a step back and look at your skincare routine in general and ask yourself why you're using or reaching for that particular face mask. I know, right? So if you're using a face mask to treat acne or hydration or any kind of skin issue or skin condition, then clearly your skincare routine isn't working for you. For me personally, I am a huge fan of face masks. I just love the whole process. It helps me relax and rewind. It's a little spa moment, maybe 10-15 minutes just for me. So for me, I'm going to absolutely continue using face masks. I use them as more of like a relaxation rather than to treat any issues that I have with my skin, so that's fine. Number 8 is something I didn't even have any idea about, and it's about ingredients and percentages and ingredient labels. I've got it here because I didn't want to get the word wrong. It's time for the glasses. In skincare, phenoxyphenol or parabens are only allowed to be in a product at 1% or less. They're basically not allowed to be any higher than that. So when you're now looking at an ingredient label, it really helps you, knowing that, to work out just how much of an active ingredient is in a product. I found this so interesting. So you want to make sure those active ingredients are above parabens or I can't say it, I'm going to put the word on the screen because I can't say it. We want to make sure that those active ingredients fall above the parabens on the label, because if they're below it, it means that the product contains less than 1%, and actually that's not going to do anything. There is an exception when it comes to vitamin A's because the percentages are much, much lower. If you're using like a tretinoid, you know, you start off with 0.025% or something. So sometimes when we see a budget product or a dupe or something that claims that it has a whole bunch of really cool stuff in it, and especially if it's a super low price, we want to make sure that actually it's got enough of that active ingredient in it to do anything. I love that. Absolutely love that. The final tip, the 9th thing that I've learned in my takeaway from skincare, is that if you're willing to spend more on a handbag or a pair of shoes than you are on your face, then pack it in. Then stop it. Then this book isn't for you, and this book isn't for everybody. Sometimes we are willing to drop money on alcohol and eating out and buying pretty things, but then when it comes to skincare and looking after our face and looking after our skin, we might kind of shy away or turn our nose up at serums or products that are going to make a difference. So I feel like it's just about readjusting your priorities when it comes to your pennies and knowing what's more important to you. For me, my face and my skin is more important to me than a handbag that I might carry or the shoes on my feet. Majority of any spare money that I have goes on makeup and skincare, clearly. The little tips and tidbits and the takeaways that I've shared in this video is like 1% of this book. This is full of so much information. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said, even if you feel like you know everything there is to know about skincare, then you're wrong. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing. Anyway, I am going to stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll speak to you really soon. Take care.